Hey everybody, this video is going to show you how to create a bracket like this using what is known as the Intersect command. That is basically where we take a profile, we extrude it, and then we select these two parts and we say intersect. And what this will do is this will, I guess I gotta select them after, I always forget. This will keep everything that exists in the area where the two shapes are combining. So it's sort of like the opposite. It's like you're combining a union and a subtract sort of in a certain way. So it's taking all of the spots where these two overlap, and that's what it's keeping. So intersect, select the two objects, and it will keep everything that was where those two shapes were overlapping. Okay? So that is going to be what I'll show you here. Do that again. Reset this one. Boom. Okay, so save that. All right, so say we start with this shape, which you all should be able to create. There will be dimensions for this attached to the assignment. You should be able to create this with the extrude command and the subtract command to add the holes in, so I will let you all figure that out. That is an exercise left to the viewer. But what I want to show you is how you can create that profile and have it show up in the right place, so I'm going to show you a couple tricks for that. We're going to learn about the UCS command, which is the user coordinate system, which allows you to basically move the origin point around to different spots. Be careful with this because this can cause you some grief if you're not careful, but it basically allows you to reset the XYZ plane so that it will draw on different surfaces and it will lock your drawing into a particular plane. The problem is, as you can see here, it doesn't always cooperate. And so sometimes the pieces will still go out of the plane, and that can prove to be an issue. So I'm going to show you a technique for remedying that too. So for now, let's do this. Let's click on our front view so we can look straight at the front of this. We're going to type UCS, and what we're going to do is we're going to reset the user coordinate system to the view, which is our front view. And I want you to watch this. I just hit escape to undo this. Z is pointing up right now, Y is going away from us, and X is going to the right. If I do UCS and I do V for view, what it now has is Z is going away from us, Y is going straight up, and X is going off to the side, or rather Z was coming towards us. So that's what this does, is it will reset it to the view. So say we were looking at the right side view, and I did UCS V. It would now do it again so that Y is going up, X is going to the right, and Z is coming towards us. So that's a quick way to set the UCS. And when you need to reset this, you can either click over here and click on WCS, which stands for World Coordinate System, and that would reset it. Or you can type UCS and then either click World down here or type W and then enter. And that would reset it back to what it is normally, and it resets the 0 point to 0. So let's click front. UCS, V for view. Okay, now I'm going to add this line in here, and this is just some technical drawing stuff that you guys should probably be able to figure out. Is if we create this line and then we offset it, it would give us like the sheet metal shape we're looking for. So I'm going to hit enter. So I just created this zigzag line that comes over, down, over. But here's what we got to see. Watch this. If I tilt this, oh boy, what is going on there? It was snapping to these funky points. It made my line all crazy and weird. So I'm going to go back to that view, which it says top view now, because whenever you change the UCS, it changes your cube to be whatever the view you're looking at is the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick those lines. So I'm just picking those lines. You can pick them one by one. I selected everything and then deselected the solid shape. And I'm going to type flatten. What this is going to do is it's going to flatten everything onto the view that I'm looking at, onto the X, Y plane that I've got right here. When it asks to remove hidden lines, I just hit enter, and that will keep it. And watch this now. Now if we go up here and we look at what really feels like the top, but they're calling it the back, it brought all of those lines into alignment, so they're no longer zigzagging through space anymore. So now we've got our line kind of on our plane where we want it. Next, we can just offset this. So let's offset this 0.125 We'll go down with this. Sometimes you'll get an issue. I've been running into this where you have trouble selecting the objects. It might say can't select object. It might mean you were accidentally picking the shape behind it. The middle line, instead of offsetting it one direction 1/8 of an inch, I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to redo my offset, and I'm going to go 0.0625 for my distance, and I'm going to reset it a little to the left and a little to the right. And then I'm just going to come in and use the trim tool, holding shift as needed to extend. And I'm going to, trim. I'm going to clean this all up here. So, there we go. Wasn't doing it. You may need to add lines at the end. So we'll trim that away, that away. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this, this. Sometimes you can get your view angle a little funky where, that's working. Why does that look like it's misbehaving? Okay, there we go. Just trim away all this stuff that you don't need here. So like we don't need that line anymore. Yeah, sometimes the stuff behind it will get selected and you got to watch out for that. And that's when it'll say, we can't trim that. Sometimes if you just click a second time, it solves that problem. It seems to cycle through the things you selected. So that is what it is. Let's do some last lines to just close up this shape right here. Enter. New line down there. Enter. And then last but not least, I'm going to do the fillet tool, and I'm going to fillet these corners to have a radius. So we'll do a radius of 0.25. And again, this will all be in the drawing. We'll go here to here. I forgot to do fillet multiple. So I'm going to type M for multiple. There we go. And now it'll let me do more than one. And so again, it's selecting the stuff behind it, so it's not cooperating. You just got to kind of wiggle it around until it works. So there we go. There we go. Get this one. There. All right, now this looks like a nice shape of a piece of bent sheet metal, and that is what we're going to use for our intersection. I'm just going to hit escape. I'm going to select just that shape, and I'm going to join all those lines together. So now I can do an extrude. We're going to go this way, just go straight through that object. And last but not least, the intersection is really the easy part. It's a matter of getting all the shapes where you want them to be. I'm going to just pick those two objects, hit enter, and it is going to give me my nice bracket or whatever this is that's probably bent out of sheet metal. And now I am all set. So I hope this helps. You can always reset, remember, that user coordinate system. I don't remember if I reset it. No, I didn't reset it. You should reset it to your world coordinate system whenever you get a chance. And you can even save those coordinate systems. You can pick a face to move it to, and it will go and it will land on that particular face. So there we go. And you can just click accept, and that moves it onto that face that you were clicking on. So there's plenty of options here, but then UCS W, and it resets it to the world. All right, anyways, I'm rambling. Good luck, people.